All right, so you can see here, I already took it out of the box. We have the DJ Khaled, We the Best, Air Jordan 5s in the whatever colorway this is. This is one of, I think, the 3 or 4 colorways that he has shown us. And here are the shoes, and honestly, this is one of those colorways I actually really dig. I like the overall look of the kind of a crazy Arctic color. On the box it says Crimson Bliss, Leche Blue, and Sail. So that is the colors of the shoe right here. But this sneaker poses an interesting use case, and that is like, why did these not sell out? Why did the hype die off on these? And they were sitting on sneakers for a very long extended period of time, which I actually did hit on one account. I have another account for my wife and stuff. Very interesting that only one of my accounts actually hit on a pair. The other account said that I struck out on sneakers, and then after I refreshed, they're sitting in a full size run. Then they're going to Nike.com, which means they definitely didn't sell it on sneakers. And then they're available on Nike.com directly from Nike, and they were sitting in a full size run for forever. And then they pulled them off the site. So interesting journey that these things took, because this is the first of the colorways that he's going to be releasing. I'm not sure if there's some exclusive colorways, and then this is the one that's the massive GR. It seems like there's at least another EU colorway that I've seen out there, and then some potential for some other colorways. But what do you guys think, man? Just right off the rip, like, leave a comment in the comment section. Why did these sit? Why were these not the hot commodity that maybe some of us might have thought that they were? If you stepped away from sneakers for like 6 months and came back and saw that Khaled was releasing a pair of Air Jordan 5s, knowing his history with the 3s and everything else, you would think that these ones would be on sneakerheads' radars and would be one that would have an instant sellout and deemed a success. But I feel like there's a couple factors of why maybe they aren't the best. Maybe it just alludes to that literally on the shoe. I'm not one of those people that are like necessarily a Khaled lover. I think that he does make some good music, or has made good music in the past. I'm not a big fan of Ego in general. So like, him and like Kanye sort of give me the same sort of vibes. Anytime you say that you're the best at something, it just rubs some people the wrong way. I'm kind of off put by the idea of somebody saying that they're the best. Even if they are actually the best, it's something that doesn't necessarily have to be touted and mentioned the way that it is. I'm going to pop the lace bag, just because these ones are mine. I do like that it comes with 3 extra sets of laces, the blue, black, and then the sail colors, and then on them is that Arctic sort of color. So some of the details that I like about the shoe: you do have the reflective tongue, something that is just tried and true on an Air Jordan 5, so it's nice that they had left that there. Then you do have a quilted liner as well. I like the quilted liner done in that light blue. And then you have that bliss colored upper through the entire upper of the shoe. Also little hits of that on the eyelets, as well as the reverse side of the mesh. And then you move your way down the midsole, and you can see the sail colored midsole. Also a clear sail color for the rubberized section, as well as on the bottom of the shoe. It's not like an icy blue, it's like an icy sail, which I actually really think looks good. And then lastly, the way that they actually integrated the bliss color on the bottom of the shoe within the sail is really nice as well. It kind of has a little hint of that like orangish salmon sort of color, which I actually really like. I think it looks good. It kind of reminds me of Miami and whatnot. Then you do have some paint speckles along the sides in black, and then that blue color here and the little diamond on this side. Then you have black on the midsole the rest of the way around, and I do like the styling of that as well. The fact that they added a darker color in there ties it together with the Jumpman on the tongue. I like it. I think it goes well. You have embroidered Nike Air on the back of this one, and it says "We the Best" embroidered on the other. And then on the flip side of the tongues, it does say "Keep Going." I like that message. I like that one better than "We the Best." But We the Best is his brand, so it is what it is. Speaking of his brand, it has a Jumpman on one of the shoes, and then We the Best on the other. And then Nike branding on one insole, and then We the Best on the other. So collaboration branding is definitely there. The Miami vibes of Khaled is definitely there. It's a shoe that I think is attractive. I think there's definitely a market for the shoe, but why didn't it sell out? I think that there's obviously lots and lots of factors involved with why this product sat. Number one, Nike never reveals to us production numbers of the products that they're releasing. And since this one sat for so long on the website, I'm going to guess that this one had very high production numbers, much higher than any of the other like collaborations of the same caliber. Now you guys can correct me in the comment section, but I'm guessing probably over 100K pairs of this shoe was made, and only in this colorway specifically. Not sure about the other colors or any future potential releases of the other colorway, but I feel like this one was done in massive numbers. Also, another reason, I think because it's done in family sizing, it's just an extra exclamation point to them watering down the product, and I don't think it's a bad thing. Personally, I think it's a good thing. Like, so good, I actually have a pair in a smaller size for my daughter because I think she's gonna look super fire in this shoe. I think it really, really looks good. But I do think that sometimes when they do full family sizes, people automatically assume GRs. Now, it's not always the case. Obviously, Travis Scott's and some other collaborations have done kid sizes and they do pretty well. And so maybe that's not a defining factor, but it's something that I wanted to mention. Third factor is obvious at this point is the economy in general. The economy is definitely in the tank. If you guys have checked your Robinhood accounts or just your 401k or your retirement savings, it's definitely taken a hit. There's a lot of investments that have gone really, really far south. FTX and crypto, amongst other things, the market is definitely really, really tough right now. So the overall economic factors is definitely there. Part of the reasons why I think that these things are sitting. Also, during the holiday time, you'd think that more people would have bought it, but maybe they were saving for some other things. But to piggyback what I was talking about for the economy, the next reason, the collectible market in general is just really, really drying up. The market was overinflated by far on a lot of the different products that were available out there. And I feel like the collectible market kind of blew up. Sneakers specifically, ever since the Zayd kicks, or Zadeh, or however you say his name, that whole thing went down. There was a big scandal with him, basically pyramid scheme for pairs that were just not even real, not even available, that people were buying and then never got paid out on. That was really a big trickle-down effect because that impacted tons and tons of resellers, and that removes a lot of resellers from the scene, which means the prices of the products are just naturally going to go a little bit lower, which, in my opinion, not necessarily a bad thing for somebody that actually wants a shoe to be able to actually get the shoe and wear them. I've been a long time sneaker collector, and I really feel like the market is just having a correction at this point. Eventually, products even like this is going to go up in value because people are going to be new to the game in 5 years from now, and they know Khaled's threes are doing really well, and they do like the colorway, and then there's not all the external factors that are impacting the product now that, like, 5 years from now, those factors are not all going to be there. So I do feel like there are some reasons why this shoe is going to go up. I've seen it even when I did my sneaker sale, like a really large sneaker sale a couple years ago, sold 400 pairs or something like that. Tons of Jordans. I mean, even back then, the shattered backboard ones were like 500 or so, and then now they're through the roof. But there's a lot of pairs that I sold way, way cheap back then that were not desirable in that market, and now they are desirable. It's just the ebbs and flows of sneakers in general. So like I said, the silver lining of the whole thing is the fact that you can actually buy a pair of these if you're interested. You can get them close to retail, maybe even under retail. And if you like Khaled and you like his message, if you like the colorway specifically, or you just like the shoe because it looks nice to those people that think it looks nice, it's a great opportunity for you to be able to get the product for a decent price. I don't think it's a bad thing that they're readily available, but I'm curious to see what your guys' reasons are, what you guys think is the reason why these things are sitting close to retail, if not under at this point. And just a kind of a fun video, I thought, to discuss the sneaker market in general. But hopefully you guys have some comments for me in the comment section. Appreciate you all for stopping by and watching. If you guys want to buy a pair of these, I'll link them to like eBay in the description. But much appreciated for stopping by. Check out my other videos on my channel, subscribe, and so on. And hopefully you guys have a good holiday out there. All right, have a good one. Peace, guys.